So I'm going to teach you just a few techniques that will help you if you're a bit nervous before you get to the beach, or if you're nervous while you're in the surf. Maybe you've had a bad wipeout and you're just trying to calm down before you get another wave. Hi, I'm Jodi. I'm the resort director and head coach for Women Waves in Barbados. I'm a sports rehabilitation therapist and a yoga teacher. So this is something I do a lot of breathing, a lot of pranayama we call it in yoga. And I'm here today to talk to you a little bit about breathing and what you can do in the water to calm down a little, just to help you get the most out of your surf. The first technique is something really simple, and it's called belly breathing. And it's something that we naturally are actually born doing. If you ever watch a baby breathe, it's kind of incredible. They breathe really, like their whole body moves and they're very relaxed, particularly when they're sleeping. But as we grow older, we get a little more tense and the breath doesn't come quite so easy. We tend to breathe shallowly in our chest, particularly in our fast-paced world where go, go, go is kind of the norm. So this idea of belly breathing might seem a little not normal at first, but once you get into it, it actually feels quite normal. A really useful way of feeling it is putting your hands on your belly and then thinking about taking your breath all the way into your hands. So your hands kind of act like a boundary for you to breathe into, and you expand your belly into your hands as you inhale. So it's this idea that you're breathing in through your nose and the breath is actually filling all the way into the belly first. So we think of it as almost like a three-part breath where we expand into the belly, and then the breath then rises into the chest and then up into the clavicle. And we're also thinking about dimensions. So it's not just into the belly, you're thinking about breathing into the back of your body. So that expansion into the entire diaphragm, what it does is it actually activates our parasympathetic nervous system. It really helps us to just rest and relax a little. Then we can go on to something that's a little more, it's a little more technical, but not really. It's something called a box breath. The counting really helps us as well with the calming. So we can pick a number, and usually I start with a lower number. I like the number 4. It kind of as well, it's a square, it's a box. But if that's too much, you can start with a 3, or if it's too little, you can go up to a 6. And what you're doing is you're counting for your inhale for that number that you choose. So say it's number 4. You take a full inhale into the belly, into the back of the body, expanding the body for 4. And then you hold at the top of the breath for 4. And then you exhale for 4. And then you hold at the bottom of the breath for 4. And you repeat that 4 or 5 times. And this, first of all, the counting really helps to calm you. And second of all, that fullness of the breath, again, contacting the parasympathetic nervous system, is going to really help you to calm. It's going to help you to focus. It lowers your heart rate. It really takes you into that place of relaxation again. The next technique is called an uneven rhythm. And this is usually just a ratio, again, of your choosing. I like a 4-to-6 ratio. And it's we inhale through the nose for 4, and then we exhale through the mouth for 6. Again, the counting really helps to take your mind off of whatever anxiety is building in your brain, but also the fullness of the inhale, again, contacting the parasympathetic, and then the exhale, that long, slow exhale through the mouth, usually with pursed lips. If that's too much for you, you're in the surf, you're a little embarrassed, you can just breathe, exhale, nobody's gonna notice it through the mouth. And again, that exhale really helps to just calm. It's like a letting go, particularly as we breathe out through the mouth. So if you'd like to find out more about this, you can join us on one of our Barbados trips. I'll be taking you through yoga, pranayama, and we get into all of this stuff, and I'd love to see you there.